Okay, so we're back out at the stand for the evening hunt. We've got about 25 minutes before the feeder goes off. So we've seen quite a few animals all day long. We bumped a couple white-tailed does when we got here a few minutes ago to set up. They seem to be bedding close. That way they can hear the feeder when it goes off. So I've got Shalise out here again this evening. It's warming up finally. It had actually gotten down to 26 degrees this morning, and now it's back up in the 70s. So we went from freezing to sweating. But I'll take the heat any day. I hate cold weather.
Everything's back to normal now. Hot and sweaty. That's normal. Activity's really picked up through the middle of the day. We bumped 2 deer over on the backside when we were dropping Crystal off. And then when we first got here, there were turkeys and some deer over here crossing the road right by the stand. And then when we walked in, some turkeys flew. Hopefully they're headed back there to Crystal. Shalise is gonna probably shoot. Guess it's time. Here we go. Well, so far nothing's coming. I'm not sure I'm surprised about that. The wind was marginal when we sat down, and now it's just 180s back and forth. Blowing that way, and right now it's blowing almost straight toward the feeder. It's off a little bit, but the thermals, or the ground's not hot enough, probably because it was so cold this morning. The thermals aren't helping us enough to get our scent up over their backs. One thing positive I can say about that, if the wind is bad for us, it'll be okay for them. They should have a crosswind right now, so that'll be all right. And if something does come, I'll just have to shoot them quickly before they notice our smell. Or hopefully they'll come downwind of the decoy. I put the decoy out and I put some estrus on it. And that will definitely help cover our scent. So that's the plan. If something comes, shoot fast. Dang it. What happened?
The turkeys ran away.
Why did they run away?
I don't know. I wasn't moving. I was not moving.
I was moving too fast. I wasn't slow enough. So they saw me and they left. Maybe they'll come back. Anything you want to say, little boy?
No.
Be more patient next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a shadow approaching the feeder, and I thought, oh, come on, 8-point. But nope.
Turkey instead.
Yep, turkeys instead. There's not that much meat on a turkey anyway, so it's not a big loss. But something just blew behind us. Our wind has been blowing back that way now, so they probably smelled us. And yep, not going well.
I wish we could shoot something today.
Maybe the sun going down will make the wind finally settle into a single direction. It'll stay steady. If it'll just blow one way instead of blowing all different ways, it'll be a whole lot better chances.
Oh my goodness, that was awesome. I just shot the 8-point that came in, and hopefully I have some good footage. I had a really hard time pulling my bow back, and when I finally got it back, he turned. And so I was at full draw for a while, and I was getting tired, and I'm like, oh man, he turned and he faced right towards me. And I waited and I waited, and he finally turned, and I feel like I got a good shot. Shalise and I watched it, and he took off, and we saw him disappear in the fence in the tree line, but in the woods, yes. And we've keep hearing noises. It sounds like he just died right in the tree line. Oh my goodness, that's the biggest buck that we have out here. That's on this property that we've seen this year so far. So James wanted it, and I saw him this morning, and I was talking to James about it, and he told me if he came in to shoot him, that he was okay with it, and he either wanted to shoot it or he wanted me to. So I got him. So we're pretty excited. We got a few more minutes before last light, so I'm fixing to turn this off, and hopefully a hog will come out, and Shalise is going to try to get a hog if that happens. So wish us luck. Right.
Did Crystal just call us?
She got an 8-point.
We hope she did. She shot one.
She heard a crash.
Yeah, she heard it crash, so it's low light anyway. It's about where I couldn't make a shot anyway. So we're starting to pack up, and then we'll head over there and see if we can find this thing.
It's not a thing, it's a deer.
Yeah, it's a deer, a big buck.
Wait, I don't even know how big that is.
we'll soon find out, I think.
Okay, I don't know if I can pick this up very good, but Shalise and I got down from the deer stand. It's only been about 10 minutes. I don't want to go track them, but I came to see if I can find some blood right off the bat. It looks like lung blood to me. I found some blood. Went straight over here, and he turned. This is where it's gotten really dark really quick. He jumped the fence. Oh, yep, this is it. See, he came right here. And then he jumped the fence. So he jumped right here and then went back. So I'm really hoping he didn't go any further. And I hope whenever we heard him right into the fence line, right past this feeder pen, that he died there. But we're gonna wait until James comes out here, and then we will go from there. So I'm excited. I feel pretty confident, especially after seeing this. This is right inside the feeder pen, so I don't want to leave the feeder pen and keep going until James gets here, because by the time he gets here, we'll have about at least 30 minutes have passed. Okay, so James and I just found him. I hit way back. It was not lung blood after all. I hit way back further than I thought I did. But we found him. Oh my goodness. James is going back to get the kids. We promised them that we would make sure it was safe, and then we would bring them back here before we drug them back to the truck. So he's going to get the kids. We found my arrow about halfway down here, and it's still laying on the ground right now, but hopefully we can go back and get it in a minute. But oh my goodness. Let me see if I can come down. I'll take some more pictures and videos when we get back. But so nice. I'm so excited. Well, this evening was pretty slow from what I expected. You know, we just saw a little fox that came in and was playing for a few minutes, and then there was a whitetail that came in, and just a whitetail doe that came in, and she was there for a while. She ate up just about all the corn, huh? Uh-huh. So she kept coming back, and right as it started getting dark, I saw that she was getting skittish and looking our way, and we weren't moving much. So I knew it wasn't us, and I looked behind us, and we saw him coming. So he came right up behind the stand, and then he turned and went all the way around the tree line that we were sitting in. And he came in, and as I saw him kind of come around, I went ahead and grabbed my bow and got ready, and I waited, and I was kind of worried at first. I didn't feel like I was that cold and tight, but when I finally drew back, it took me a little bit to get it pulled back, and then when I did, he turned and was facing towards me, and I was thinking, oh no. And he stood there for quite a while. I was getting tired, and I was getting ready to to release my bow back down, and right about that time he turned and I shot him. So I'm not real happy with the shot. It's a lot further back than I thought it was, but we retrieved him, so you know, that's all that matters, I guess. He didn't go very far, and he died quickly, so that was the important thing.
He probably only went about 60 yards.
Yeah, so I'm happy with it.
It's nice and tall.
Yeah.
And he had
was
room
big. Yeah, I know.
to
I
be
wish
a
we
10
could
point.
have.
Look how far the fronts are there.
Yeah, I wish we could have left them longer, but I know if we left them,
Yeah, the neighbors would
the
have
neighbors would have shot him next weekend, opening weekend.
Turn him the other way.
Season, he would have been gone. So
Yeah.
we went ahead and decided to take him. But
Yep, this is the 8 point we were talking about.
yes,
I'm sure the neighbors would have shot him if we didn't, so.
yeah,
It's a shame that we can't let anything mature longer
Yes.
than a few years, but that's just how the neighbors are, so.
yeah,
If we don't shoot it, then they'll end up with their freezer full.
yeah. And he filled out pretty good. I mean, I saw him. You know, we've seen him the last few months we've been out here, and he's really grown. He's really gotten big. So he's nice.
Yeah, he's very nice.
I waited a little bit this morning because at first I thought he was a 6 point, but then when I saw that he was going around like this, or the
Yeah,
way
his brow tines are pretty short. but-
Yeah, I knew after watching him for a while this morning that it was the 8 point.
All right. Well, let me start skinning him and you work on us some dinner.
Yes.